Okay, here in the finals we have the choice. We're going to play first, and we're going to keep. Good looking hand. Yeah, good looking hand. Not much else to say. All right, opponent is with us and kept at 7, so we'll see how this goes down. Let's see what we're up against. All right, Abzan. One of my faves, for sure. Actually, I don't know what my favorite is. At this point, I feel like I've played everything but Teamer fairly equally. People might argue that, but ooh, that would have been nice last turn. But I'll settle for a Dragon Bell Monk now and a Sky Captain next turn. So we're gonna, oh, I was gonna say we attack into whatever he plays. Gotta at least pretend like we got something big here, but let's just swing with the Monk, drop a Sky Captain, and pass. Got kill shots for fatties, so that should help. And if I draw a land, I can play Take Up Arms, trigger Prowess, which isn't bad either. Salt Road Patrol, alright. So I could do the Take Up Arms move, but I think we're just going Sky Captain number 2 and passing. Got ourselves a decent army at that point, especially against these colors that have the kind of removal that will kill it rather than bounce it. So looks like our opponent's either 4-color or using Sandstep Citadel to fix for Mardu colors, which actually makes more sense. Sandstep Citadel is a fine card as Scoured Barrens that doesn't gain you life. Opponent's still got a lot of cards though. Alright, collateral damage it is. So that's actually really fascinating. I guess we're going to bolster our Sky Captain. I mean, let me think about this. I feel like we still, I mean, yeah, we bolster Sky Captain. Because if he kills it, I still get to pump my Dragon Bell Monk. So that's just a really weird play, actually, on my opponent's part. All right, let's, I guess let's just crack this now. And we'll swing. I think I'm actually going to hold, well, this is interesting. If I hold up the Take Up Arms, I get to still use it as a combat trick the next turn. It does... He didn't play any follow-up creatures either. I'm going to hold off on the Take Up Arms. I know that might seem strange, but it also seems strange to me that my opponent collateral damaged his Salt Road Patrol. So now if there's like an end hostilities, I can comfortably Take Up Arms. Crackling Doom. Okay. If he tries to kill the monk in response, that would be huge for us because we could Take Up Arms, but doesn't look like he's going to. Hooded Assassin. All right. Well, I feel like I Take Up Arms now, I guess. I know it seems strange, but I want to be able to cast stuff on my turn if I draw it. And it basically saves him one. So he saved himself a couple points of damage, but that's all right. Whatever. More land. Not exactly what I'm looking for at the moment. I want to kill somebody with Wingmate Rock. That's what I want to do. Huh. It sketches me out a bit too. Well, I'm going to play the Sandbar because it's close to lethal. It leaves me a prowess effect away from lethal. So it could be playing into a board wipe here or something, but no. Well, that's okay. Another monk. So I swing, he kills monk, he takes 5, he goes to 5. That's not good enough for me. Could swing these, he kills Sandbar, he takes 2. Maybe I'd just swing with the warriors and get in for 2. I think I'm actually okay with that one. Could get in with the Sandbar too, but I'm just going to let him eat one of my tokens and deal a couple damage to him. Problem is, Killshot actually looks pretty bad here. This is why Killshot's not good in these kind of decks. Because now my opponent just could not have less incentive to attack me. And it just doesn't work well with the prowess. But like I said, the reason I took it is because blue-white really doesn't get a lot of hard removal. They get stuff like Smite the Monstrous and stuff like that, you know, but for the most part, it's not exactly what you're looking for. He certainly cannot attack. Monastery Siege is a good draw. All right. Now we get double prowess, I guess. Cons, of course. If I swing with everything, he blocks there and kills that. He trades with a monk, and he takes 4, going to 4. I don't really like it. I think we just go for the long game play here. Now that we have our little card advantage stick. See if he's ready to ditch his banner. Nope, getting some dudes. That's interesting. Well, let's kill shot that, or try to. Could have a Feat of Resistance, I guess, as his last card. I'd say that was a pretty ballsy attack on my opponent's part, but at the same time, I kind of understand because the Monastery Siege, he felt like he was in a hurry. But, ooh, I think he still had to not do that. So now we swing for the fences. Kill shot our big guy. Well, much prefer him kill shotting that than, say, you know, Wingmate Rock. I think we're going to end up with a pretty good board here. See if that just prompts a concession. It could. Very easily could. Yeah, so now we're drawing extra cards. We have a Wingmate Rock. What more could he ask for? Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Because Wingmate Rock is pretty good. Yeah, the land makes sense. Still don't really understand the collateral damage Salt Road Patrol play. That to me is just so much loss of value. But yeah, I don't get that. He didn't look particularly beat down, but I guess he could be. But Singing Bell Strike's not good against his tokens. Um, Does have the heel cutter, which means he might be kind of beat down. Could do a Scion, but I like all of our flyers more. How good is Smite against our opponent? Well, it takes out that Pilgrim dude, the 6/4 first strike trample. Does it take out anything else though? Not that we saw. But he's playing Banner, which makes me think his curve is high, which makes me think he's got stuff I'm going to want to kill with Smite the Monstrous. So let's just keep it the same and try again. All right, we're going to keep this one. We don't have any blue, but we've got an even split of mana, so we can hope to see it. And we still have a Cleric on turn 2, potentially into a Morph, even if we don't see a blue mana. So it seems like a decent hand to me. Channel Harm, not the best draw, but that's all right. Two drop, Skull Hunter. All right, this is where Cleric shines pretty well, I would say. All right, still hunting for a land. So if he's got the heel cutter, I guess that's pretty bad news for us, but we'll see. All right. Mission success, however, mission failure in terms of drawing a land, unfortunately. So now we're at the mercy of our deck to draw some land here. Well, no land, but at least something I can play. We are eventually going to have to draw land, believe it or not. Oh, I guess I should have attacked there, actually. We are at the mercy of our deck to draw land, but it is an actual 100% probability that we will eventually draw land. Well, that's a pretty tough card to deal with. I'm trying to think how I do deal with that. I haven't figured that one out yet. Well, I would say not drawing a land is not going to help me deal with that. So I guess now we ditch the, that's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that it forces you to do that too. That's actually really obnoxious. Like if you click through, you lose everything, which is really obnoxious that it does that. But yeah. Well, Wetland Sandbar seems kind of pointless at this point. Well, I'm gonna lose to Archfiend unless I get a third land and a kill shot, which seems difficult. And you got that. Well, we're in pretty rough shape now, unfortunately. How quickly the tide turns when you don't draw lands. Guess I could have actually chumped there now that I think about it. Because then I would have been able to play another creature. Yeah, I probably should have chumped, I guess. Well, a bit late, unfortunately, but I guess we'll Singing Bellstrike here and then pass. At least keeps his mana a bit busy. So we're desperately hunting for kill shot. Smite I'll take, because then we just are a land away from dealing with Archfiend. Yep, that is sensible. We're on a 3-turn clock until I can find some way to deal with that. That's interesting. Why is he swinging with the Skull Hunter? I don't know, but I like it. Yeah, I don't quite get that. Oh, Timely Horde Mate. I see. But you're never going to be able to play that. Well, Force Away is not exactly going to do it, unfortunately. What can I do? What can I do? Guess I can swing. And then play Wind Scout and do Student plus Wind Scout. All right. Guess that's something. Guess he's just a land away from untap plus dashing, which is pretty bad. Maybe I should have done the math on that one. We're going to have removal for Archfiend, or we're not going to be able to win this, unfortunately. If I get a land, I guess I can play Sky Captain as like a blocker, which isn't terrible. All right. Wait a second. That doesn't make sense. All right. Didn't even hardcast it. Now I'm just confused. Well, that was a bad draw. Let's see. Guess I swing in. And pass. At this point, we probably have to force away. Guess the good news is when my opponent pays the 6, I can just force away it. Which isn't too bad. Oh, Lamasu. Yeah, it's not great. Firehoof Cavalry. All right. Yeah, it's not great. I feel like we should have seen some lands by now. Yeah. Well, spoke too soon since lands aren't as useful as they formerly were. All right. I guess we can play Sky Captain. And then my opponent dashes. I don't know what we're going to do. This is tough. Yeah, this is actually really hard. I'm not sure we can do anything here. I can play Sky Captain, and then I have to sack a creature, which is, I guess, the Sky Captain. And then I pump my Wind Scout. All right. This is tough. I'm not digging this game at all. So we'll keep these two so we at least get some value from our thing. Now we can dash, and I guess make it so our Wind Scout or the student can't block. Man, we're just getting wrecked. This isn't fun at all. God, even with the play mistakes, just not getting any sort of way to beat my opponent here. Treasure Cruise. Well, why not? What am I trying to keep up? I don't even know. Guess I have more white. I already used my force away. I don't know what to do here. I think we're just dead. Yeah. Man. That was that was a bad beatdown. I didn't enjoy that at all. Oh yeah, I clicked through. Accidentally clicked through. Well, I'm glad it didn't matter this time where I'm already dead. But yeah, that is why I hate Archfiend of Depravity online. You can't even click through or you just lose everything. It just board wipes you. If you click through, just lose everything. That is a bit harsh in my opinion, but all right. Well, we got destroyed that game in very unfun fashion, so hopefully we can draw better this time around. Now I'm pretty happy we have to smite the monstrous. Do I want to set adrift instead of a bell strike? No, not really. On the play, I kind of want a bell strike. I think we just try again and draw better, and then we win when we draw better. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we can keep this. Admittedly, not as sexy as I would have liked, but we have at least some lands. Opponent mulls to 5. That should help. And we have a kill shot, which also is quite helpful. Guess if he has a 2-drop, it's a pretty easy opportunity to play Bell Strike, but alright. No 2-drop. Hey, Monk's a good draw. No 3-drop either. Very nice. Alright. Let's see if he kill shots it. No kill shot. Or at least no kill shot yet. Alright. Yeah, I guess we just Bell Strike that fellow. Seems like a decent opportunity to do that. Ooh, well, change of plans, folks. Not even going to run the risk of my monk flying into that hooded assassin, so now we get Wingmate Rock. If he plays the Archfiend, I'm just going to immediately bounce it. So I don't even have to deal with the thingers. Yeah, that's no big deal at all. Think the Wingmate Rock should take this game over pretty fast. Yeah, we're just actually we're gonna go for just all sorts of damage here. So we're going to tap this guy down. We're gonna force away the Horde Mate. Although I guess we don't have to, but I'm going to. Guess we can ditch the monk. Get in for just a ton of damage here. Ideally, so much that he can't recover. Yeah. Think that's going to be tough to recover from at this point. Because even if you play an Archfiend at this point, I still get the attack in, which is going to be close to lethal, I think, if not lethal. I think it is actually lethal, so Archfiend's not going to do it. So I like my play a lot more now. Yeah, our opponent's just dead. All right, well, Wingmate Rock trumped the Archfiend in this case, which is nice. So got the win. Won the draft. Got a Wingmate Rock, got a Flooded Strand. This was a very profitable draft, very fun. Deck played very well for us. 2-color worked out this time very nicely. We had a very good Skies deck. Yeah, I'm glad Wingmate Rock could be capitalized upon at least one match, and it very much came up huge there in the end, especially considering my opponent did have the Archfiend. Sing Bellstrike played reasonably well for us a couple times. Smite, I feel like we never got it when we needed it, unfortunately. But everything else seemed, yeah, this deck seemed pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.